everybody, welcome back to Northernlion's Challenge Runs in the Binding of Isaac. Today's run, a little Dark Souls themed, at least superficially. It's called Grossly Incandescent, as suggested by YouTube user Discotep, which I think is an awesome Egyptian themed / Saturday Night Fever style name. In keeping with the theme of gross incandescence, we are kind of role-playing as Solaire a little bit. We kind of look like a derpy, battery-infused version of what's on Solaire's chest plate right now. Anyway, we have a suite of amazing items to start with here. We have number 1, Polyphemus and Sacred Heart on the tears front. He wanted tears to be yellow. I tried to make them yellow by just stacking number 1. Didn't really work all that well. But anyway, we have very low range, but our shots are huge, do a ton of damage, and do home, I believe. And on the passive side, we have Transcendence, the Battery, the 9 volts, the Miter, and also Crack the Sky. Now, in kind of compensation for the fact that we have some of the most amazing items and combinations of items that we could possibly imagine, obviously, item rooms are going to be off limits. Devil rooms are going to be off limits. He said, you know, shops are okay. We already have the 9 volt and the battery. I'm going to say that shops should stay off limits as well. The only things we can go to are angel rooms and boss rooms to get items. We can go to all the rooms if we so choose, but we can only actually get items from angel rooms and boss rooms. I mean, as you can see here, we are like 3-shotting bosses very early on in the game, so obviously I can't get rid of Crack the Sky either. I'll use this more effectively as we get a little bit further into the game. But yeah, I'm just trying to keep things balanced here, because really I think the balancing agents that he introduced were a little bit kind of low. Like, they didn't really offset the fact that we have some of the best items in the entire game right now. I mean, on the spacebar front, we're not really dealing with fantastic items, but every other kind of metric, we are kicking ass in the game right now. So let's pop this Crack the Sky down here quickly. Didn't really do too much for me. I mean, we can fly, we have Polyphemus, and Sacred Heart, so we're already sitting pretty with respect to, like, the damage that we're doing. Let's just hope we get some extra health, basically, to make this work for us. But as is, I think this should be a fairly well-balanced run. I hesitate to add any more negatives to the run, because it could possibly, you know, result in me just dying, basically. But we'll see how it works out. It's kind of only superficially Dark Souls themed. I'm sure if you put a little bit more thought into it, we as a community could come up with some serious Dark Souls runs. But for now, this is what we're going to have to do. I guess this is the latest in a long run, or a long series of me doing runs that relate to somewhat famous Let's Plays that I've done. Like Dark Souls, now Scribblenauts we've done before. Might as well take the Polaroid. I mean, we don't really need it right now, but there's no reason not to, I suppose. Want to shoot the TNT. That gave us a golden key, and on one of the very few runs where we need keys, that is kind of disappointing. But hey, never look a golden key in the mouth. I'm bastardizing my own turns of phrases now. Not that I invented that turn of phrase. The Oxford English Dictionary probably would have a bone to pick with me on that one. Anyway, we'll take this pill because we don't know what it does. Good advice for kids everywhere. Luck down. Well, could be worse, right? Who dares wins. Wow, it's been a while since I said that one. Let's check out what we got here. Just a Widow. We're going to Crack the Sky. That is going to kill it instantly, basically. Now, I am going to go to this Devil Room because Discotep, again, I love that name, said that he believes to go to the Angel Room, first you have to go to the Devil Room and take nothing and then walk out. So that's the reason I went through with that right there. Don't worry, I wasn't trying to get one over on you guys pick up Brimstone by accident, like I would even want Brimstone. With the combination of items that we already have. I should be using Crack the Sky more often just to speed things up a little bit, I guess. Do I want... I mean, I might as well roll with the push pin for now, because we're going to get the Polaroid a little bit later. By the way, I had no idea that oh, no, you know, it's not. I was going to say I had no idea that Crack the Sky was only a 2-room charge. Then I remembered I have a 9 volt and battery, which might kind of color my opinion a little bit. Anyway, we're going to fight our third boss. This is going to be a little bit of a speed run, I guess. Considering the kind of insane power that we have. The fact that we're going to kill Gertie in like 10 shots is a testament to that very power. One more shot is going to do it. We're going to stack up some HP. And I'm hoping... What am I even hoping for with respect to making this run better? Deal with the Angel, and then the deal with the Angel gives us the Miter or... Oh, we already have the Miter. The deal with the Angel gives us the Relic, I guess, just so we can stack HP. I don't know, man. We'll see. We're probably going to end up getting Scapular and Celtic Cross if we do indeed get deals with the Angel, because that's just how that seems to shake out most of the time. Don't even really need that bomb, but I should probably go back and get it. Why do I feel like I don't need that bomb? That's a very good question, actually. Let's go back and get that. And Ace of Spades, you know, good card. That's going to give us more of the playing cards, which are always useful. I think I just finished recording a run, actually. It was the Optic Nerve run, and I don't think I got a single bicycle card the entire time, or like a single playing card. Bicycle card, playing card, whatever, man. I always call them bicycle cards because my roommate in university in first year tried to play this fucking, like, brain teaser with me. There, we got one right away right there. And it was like, hey, dude goes into a room and there's like 10 bicycles on the floor, but it's not even, like, there's no wheels. And anyway, long story short, I am going to consider Judgment okay to play here. And we got the Mulligan, which is kind of interesting. But long story short, I struggled with that brain teaser like Lisa Simpson trying to solve the puzzle on the back of a Lunchable, and eventually it came to light that it was, you know, bicycles as in playing cards. Wow, that was a quick boss fight. And since then, I have always thought of bicycles whenever I thought of playing cards. So fuck you, Jeff Osborne, friend of the channel, sort of. We are going to use Crack the Sky here, do a little bit of crowd control. So far, you know, even with the balancing factors that I've provided that made it a little bit more difficult for me to complete this run, things have been going very, very quickly so far. I'm starting to think that we are indeed praising the sun. Another condition for this run, by the way, was say praise the sun every time you hit the space bar. I'm not going to do that. I appreciate the suggestion, but I'm not going to do that. Any run, I appreciate these runs, by the way, but any run where people are like, hey, Northernlion, something something items, and also the other condition is that you have to do something that completely handicaps your commentary style. You have to talk in a funny accent. Like, I get that, I get why that would be funny. It's just kind of not the dude I am. And, you know, if you're watching these at this point, you're not getting MLG gameplay, right? You're just getting, you know, me talking. So I kind of assume that my commentary is the whole reason that you're here. So I don't want to do anything that would jeopardize that and make things worse for me and probably worse for you as well. Because I'd be constantly, like, I'd have a restrictor plate on my brain and I'd be like, oh, can't say Mom's Knife on this run because I failed that challenge run earlier today. I believe that was one of the suggestions. I was like, hey, take Mom's Knife, Brimstone, Sacred Heart, the Nail, etc., etc. But if you fail the run, then you can't say the names of those items for another 5 runs. I'm like, man, I'm not going to police myself like that. That's going to be fun for no one. It's going to be fun temporarily and then real shitty really quick. Devil card is actually awesome for us. Better than the 2 of Hearts, I would say, considering we're rolling on Spirit Hearts right now. Terrible damage for me to take, and actually this floor has basically been characterized by terrible damage, but let's continue moving onwards. Again, I always appreciate every challenge run suggestion, people taking time out of their day to suggest something that makes my life easier and makes for more entertaining content, but just, you know, heads up, I'm more into the gameplay challenge runs than the commentary challenge runs, because as fun and as offensive as it might be to hear me talk in a, you know, accent the whole time and offend like a certain cultural segment of my viewer base, it's unlikely to happen, shall we say. In any case, let's see what we've got in here. We've got Gish. That is solid in my opinion. I'm going to save this devil card and probably use it a little bit later. I really can't fathom something stopping us here. So I'm just going to put some more shots in like so. And I feel like, you know, we're going to be fighting Mom next. That shouldn't be a problem. We're going to be fighting Mom's Heart soon after that. That doesn't seem like a problem. Again, just walking in here to then walk out and hopefully set the precedent for a deal with the Angel Room. 10 minutes and we are already on our final, what kind of floor would you call this? Our final standard floor, if you will. About to move on to, hopefully, the womb or utero, depending on how things end up going for us. I hate this room, but the ability to fly makes it kind of a formality at this point. Let's get the Spirit Heart and continue onwards. Miter has actually been paying out fairly well, I gotta say. I never know how the Miter decides, or like if there's some kind of percentage or randomness factor associated. I am gonna play Judgment as well again. Well, that was awesome. We got the Steam sale, which we can't even use, but at least he paid out in 1 cent, you know? It's a standard what is like, yeah, the food here is terrible. Yeah, and the portion sizes are bad, too. I don't know. Maybe it's not the same as that at all, but, you know? People complaining about something, and then, yeah, we didn't get enough of it either. Actually, on this case, it was kind of the opposite. We might have had something bad, but at least it didn't cost us too much. So I'm expecting, you know, we'll probably kill Mom in a matter of seconds here, basically. Just use Crack the Sky to kind of speed things up. Wow, that was very fast. We're obviously going to take the Polaroid. We are also going to roll with this coin purse. Who knows what we could get here? Something awesome or something terrible. Health down. We're probably going to avoid that remaining health down pill then. How about this one? Bad trip. Wow. Not a great coin purse so far. Tears down. That was the worst coin purse I could have possibly imagined. Anyway, fuck you guys. I'm out of here. That didn't work out very well for me at all. I mean, tears down, not the end of the world, considering we one-shot every enemy regardless, but Still, throw me a bone here. Give me something. Give me at least like a halo of flies. Or, not a halo of flies, but the Friends Forever. Why can't I remember the name of the blue flies that come around you? Wow, I almost dodged directly into that. Once we get to the chest, by the way, as always, all bets are off. I'm going to take all 4 of those chest items. Just because I think it would be funny. And because, you know, our success is basically guaranteed regardless, so we might as well get as zany as possible. You know, I'm really glad I didn't go to shops, because we probably would have been able to get the compass or the map, and that would have made things even easier. I realize I'm being a little bit, cocky in this situation, but to be honest with you, do you really see this as a situation where I could possibly see myself dying? Maybe? It's not because of my skill, to be sure, it's because of the fact that I have all these amazing items. I guess these tiers are supposed to be yellow, so it represents, like, Solaire's, lightning spear. But as is, man, we are basically steamrolling this game. To the point where I don't even feel like I need to use Crack the Sky. Might as well just save it for the boss room. Even though it doesn't really do that much damage to the bosses compared to what we do anyway. With our vanilla tiers, basically. Well, not vanilla. I mean, they're white, so they could be considered vanilla tiers. They're certainly not chocolate tiers. So let's continue onwards down here. We've got to be going the right way at this point. That was actually a decent time to use Crack the Sky. It does a decent amount of damage. Certainly, you know, not going to look a gift horse in the mouth on that one. I mean, having Crack the Sky is cool by me. Burnt Penny is total garbage. Please tell me that we are on our way to the boss room. This is kind of crazy. If we reach a dead end here, I'm going to be a sad panda. So one more shot, and we'll move onwards. And Crack the Sky is ready for our boss fight in approximately 5 tiers. Now 2 tiers, because in the time I needed to say that, then it took 3 enemies out. Alright, Skolex. Let's Crack the Sky right now. And that was super easy. We get a tiers upgrade and some spirit hearts, which is awesome. Sadly, no angel rooms so far. And to be honest with you, I'm starting to think we probably could have made this run work, even without... Let's just do this. Yeah, the single fly was able to kill it. I don't know if the flies scale with, like, tier damage or something. We probably could have done this run without, boss room items, too. We could have run just, like, straight judgment items and angel room items. Even though we haven't gotten any angel room items, we are insanely overpowered right now. Don't blame me, it's not totally my fault. It was a challenge run suggestion, man. There's a standard order to this room, as always. Kill these guys, walk that dude over that, and we will leave now. And, you know, hopefully bottom right here we're gonna find the boss. At this point, I'm feeling like, what could possibly stop us? We're not even gonna get any more, items, unless we run across a judgment or something. 2 of diamonds doubles our money, which we might as well take. I'm holding on to this devil card for the Isaac or Blue Baby fight, whichever one tickles my fancy, I guess. The golden chests have been garbage for us, but it kind of really doesn't matter. We have been A-okay on basically every front so far. Finding a dead end here, which is, you know, there's a silver lining. It sucks that we're not finding the boss room right away, but on the bright side, we are at least kind of, you know, we're closing a door for ourselves. And whenever you close a door, a window opens, and you can get the F out of there and find basically another dead end here, unfortunately for us, but oh well. So we've kind of solved this side of the map, I would say. Time to go take a look on maybe the upper left. Oh man, I should not have hit myself twice there. Alas, we're okay because the miter continues to pay out at a kind of absurd rate, which is A-okay by me. And Mom's Heart could not possibly be a less scary boss fight at this point, with my tears probably doing 10% of her health per shot, not to mention all the bombs that we have. Demon Judgment is a real temptation here. Let's try this out. I mean, technically this would be taking a deal with the devil item, but at the same time, I kind of don't care, because we can vastly increase our chances, and this wasn't listed as a real negative or something to be forbidden. And then we can go to the boss trap room and get a range upgrade, but I'm not going to do that. So again, Guppy's Paw comes through for us in the clutch, and if we weren't in a great position before, we certainly are now. We actually killed 2 lasers with 1 hit, another reason why I won't be too worried going into this Mom's Heart boss fight. Is it really worth using Crack the Sky to kill Chubb easily? I don't think so. Save that instead for a room in which crowd control would be more beneficial. Keep loading me up with trinkets. I have no desire to use them at all at this point, because the Polaroid is now definitely the most valuable one we could possibly have. Let's get the F out of here. We've got to be coming up to the boss room. Jesus, the womb has been slow for us so far. Let's knock this dude off like so. And continue onwards. This is another great room to be using Crack the Sky. But I guess Crack the Sky doesn't one-shot those vaginal bomb flies, which is kind of annoying. This pill's gotta be good at this point. Never mind. It does not have to be good at this point. That's a lesson in gambler's fallacy. I've lost so much that I have to win on the next one. Anyway, we're gonna kill Super Wrath here. If I could actually get a good shot in on him, that would be fantastic. Even if he hits us with like 4 bombs, there's basically 0 risk to us of dying on this fight. There's a huge risk to him though. And, you know, we're going to have 24, 25 bombs by this Mom's Heart boss fight in all likelihood. More Spirit Hearts and a pill that I couldn't possibly want less. Let's use Crack the Sky immediately. Possibly kill, yeah, the laser that would have given me a lot of problems potentially. And let's go to town now. Yeah, we are probably doing, maybe not 10%, that's optimistic, but like 5% of Mom's Heart's total health per shot. And especially with Gish, I totally forgot that we even had that. But, you know, with Gish's slowing ability, this fight is going to be over before it even begins, really. Should be in the permanent bomb state right now. Big deal. I took a little bit of damage, but again, permanent invincibility thanks to Guppy's Paw and the Polaroid. Beautiful. If only I had that extra range upgrade, I could have hit Mom's Heart a little bit easier there. More easily, I guess I should say. Still no angel rooms. Still doesn't matter. It is onwards to the cathedral. Wish I had a world card right now, but I think I spent one. I should have gotten rid of the devil card and kept the world card on that floor like 10 floors ago. But I always love holding onto a single card for like the entire game and then eventually making good use of it when push comes to shove at the very end. Wow! Sometimes you just get what you want. Not even going to go to the secret room because the temptation for Epic Fetus or One Life doesn't even really appeal to me that much, to be honest with you. Single Loki should be dead right away. Second Loki actually didn't take very much damage from Crack the Sky at all. But another hit or 2. Bombfly is done, and Spirit Arts, this is, at this point, it's just child's play. I'm willing to admit, you know, I can understand if this run is not a fan favorite, because it just is a little bit too easy for me at this point. If I was to redo this run, what would I take out? I would take out Sacred Heart and just give myself, like, Polyphemus and Lightning Spear. Well, sorry, Polyphemus and number 1. Never call your urine stream a Lightning Spear. That's gonna creep people out. I assure you that. I don't know from experience, of course. I'm just saying. Now, Eyeless Ooze Guys. This is the first time we fought Eyeless Ooze Guys on this run? I don't think so, but every room has just kind of been a blur. I don't even see rooms anymore, man. All I see is blondes, brunettes, redheads. Here we go, and we will have Crack the Sky available for our final, not our final, but our Isaac boss fight here. And at this point, again, since victory is pretty much guaranteed, I am planning on just saving the devil card for now and getting all of these items from the chest once we get there to see if we can get something awesome. In the meantime, though, let's go to town here on Isaac. Use some Crack the Sky. Probably should have saved Crack the Sky for whenever the angel fetuses showed up, because that's when we actually need crowd control. And I'm going to try to dodge, but I've got to stand fairly close to him because my range is so low thanks to number 1. So, you know, whenever we get hit, we'll toss some bombs in here. Sadly, like, a single cube of meat would have been awesome, because I could, you know, do some damage when I was standing right next to him. Sadly, that's not going to happen, but we're basically done with Isaac anyway. Spirit Arts off the screen, no risk, and down to the cathedral, where I would love a world card. Wow, Mom's Knife. We're not going to take it, because that would be a little scummy at this point. Unicorn Horn we can't take. And, well, Mr. Mega, I guess. So, that's what we got from the chest. Serves me right, I guess, for taking additional items when I was already in a very good position. We're gonna get Mr. Mega. It's at least gonna make my bombs more powerful, which I will use against Blue Baby, but it's not like that's likely to have too much of an impact on our success. And how awesome would it be right now if I ended up failing this run? My hubris gets the best of me. More money that I can't use. And I end up totally failing, like slowly getting whittled down on these rooms. That would make for some more entertaining content, I feel. I don't even know who I want to kill last on this room. I don't think it matters. Let's kill Sloth last, because I believe that gives us a tarot card, which could be useful. Could be the world card, man. Let's see. It is the tower card, which is perhaps to be expected. And we get Ipecac? Now, this could be crazy. That totally made our tiers weirder, but at the very least, this should make for some more interesting and possibly damaging gameplay. It might have been a terrible decision on my part, but at the very least, again, it provides some extra tension. Homing Ipecac shots are not always the best thing to have in the world, either. So we can end up hurting ourselves as much as helping ourselves here. And thank you, Miter, for giving me that Spirit Heart. Now that my health is a little bit more in question, it's a good room to use Crack the Sky on, because I think like a single Crack the Sky will take off 50% of one of these guys' health. Lots of shit just randomly got on the screen there once we killed those dudes, but that is the top half of this map secured. Now let's move down to the bottom half. Somehow this run is going to end up being slower than the Optic Nerve run, which seems a little bit crazy to me. And I know I'm not going to take Mom's Knife, don't worry, but how much damage would we be doing if we did take Mom's Knife? That would be fucking insane. We would probably like 4-shot Blue Baby, I think. One more bomb should do it. Actually, the poison damage managed to do it there. Matchstick does not beat the Polaroid in this situation. That was close. Actually, they got to me there. Now, this could be one of those rooms where now things become a little bit trickier. Because we are dealing with Super Lust, and I can't really shoot without hurting myself. Just kind of want to keep them around the Mr. Mega area here. At least one of them. Let's try that again. And again. There we go. They got hung up like a Madonna song. There we go. That actually worked really well. Yum Heart's useless, but we got out of the room regardless, which was my main point of concern. Crack the Sky again, just in case. And if I can stand away from these guys and still manage to do damage, that means the troll bombs are not gonna home in on me at all. And we have now become like a gross perversion of Solaire, shooting poison bombs at his enemies. This is like me. This is an analog to me in my Dark Souls PvP series where, you know, I started out being all, like, super honorable, and then by the end I was, like, just throwing poop on everybody and being like, oh, come on. Hurt me more! Sorry, my voice cracked out at a very, inopportune time there. I guess that's my cue to drink a little bit more water while I record these. We might as well use Crack the Sky here. I hate dealing with Super Lust, so anything that makes the time go by a little faster is awesome. One more shot. Nope, the poison damage is actually going to do it. This pill has to be good, right? Friends till the end. That's it. What was I saying before? My best friend? Sometimes my gaps in my Isaac knowledge don't only concern you, they concern me as well. Because I'm like, am I suffering from early onset Alzheimer's disease? We're going to fly through the poop because, you know, we have to. And we're going to fight Super Lust again. And, you know, it's a cautionary tale at this point. Is my hubris going to get the better of me? Who knows? This is a luck down pill, which obviously I don't really want. Please tell me the boss is over here. There was no other way for us to get through that AIDS poop, by the way. And I'm not being offensive when I say AIDS poop. That's what Edmund Millen called it. It's canonical AIDS poop. So we are going to lose another Spirit Heart making our way out of here, sadly, because there's no other way for me to get through this. Unless Crack the Sky works, which it doesn't. So let's just sneak through that way. And then again this way. Oh, and we're going to get hit again. So... Again, things could be a little scary here moving forwards. We are probably still going to be okay. But if I end up failing this run, that's going to be a huge disappointment to me and my family. But, you know, they're probably used to that by now. That feeling of, you know, in the pit of their stomach. What could have been. Crack the Sky, I was not ready there, actually. I don't even know who I would want to kill last on this room. Doesn't really matter. Gluttony will give us some red hearts and a blue heart, which probably actually came from the Miter. But the Miter just changes hearts into red hearts. Or it changes red hearts into Spirit Hearts occasionally. So I guess, you know, killing Gluttony was probably our best course of action there. I think we're going to be fine. Don't forget, I've got the ace in the hole. It's the second Yum Heart here. But we've got the Devil card. Let's pop that bad boy up. And finally, we'll be able to see if this is all it's cracked up to be. Yeah, it is. We're going to be totally okay on this boss fight. Could have been better on the chest. But at the very least, that's going to be like an under 25-minute run. And, you know, there was basically zero tension there, which, for better or worse. We'll take our Spirit Heart and then finish it off. Again, thank you to Discotep for allowing me to continue my streak of winning on the chest with this grossly incandescent run. And continue to suggest your challenge runs in the comments. I will do the ones I deem most entertaining, appropriate, absurd, hilarious, tickling my fancy, or swallowing the gravy. In any case, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.